Hello and welcome to Know First Physics, where we come straight to the point immediately. In the last video, we introduced the idea of electric field strength, a powerful way to describe how charges influence space around them. But in real situations, we rarely have just one charge. What happens when multiple charges are present? For example, we have this charge Q1 with its electric field around it. What would happen if we had two more charges, Q2 and Q3, near it? How do their electric fields combine? Do they cancel? Do they add up? In this video, we will learn how to find the net electric field due to more than one charge, and we will be using the principle of superposition. This is where things start getting really interesting. So let's dive in. So we defined electric field strength in the previous video, the vector E, and we found that its magnitude is given by kq by r square. So this gives me the strength of the electric field at a distance r from a charge q. A couple of things to note about this. One is that its direction is away from the positive charge and is towards the negative charge, meaning that if I have a positive charge q and this is its electric field which goes towards infinity, then the direction of this electric field is away from this charge. So if there is a charge plus q0 placed over here, this is the direction of the magnetic field. For any charge, the direction of the magnetic field will be away from the positive charge, and this is what we use by convention, because for definition of electric field strength we had taken a positive test charge. Therefore the direction is always away from the positive charge. And if we take a negative charge instead of plus, if I had taken a negative charge, and that would also have its electric field around itself, the direction of the electric field is towards the negative charge. The reason it is towards the negative charge is because, again, I repeat that for definition of electric field strength, we say the amount of force acting on a unit positive charge. So if I place a unit positive charge over here, Q0, then this positive charge will experience a force towards the negative charge. Therefore, this is the direction of the force and also therefore the direction of the electric field. Another simple way of understanding is E we had defined as F over Q0, and therefore whatever is the direction of the force, that will be the direction of the electric field. So in this case we know the force will be repulsive in nature because we have here a positive test charge, and therefore if this is the direction of the force, the direction of the electric field also will be in the same direction. So that's one. Two is that all that we are discussing is applicable only to point charges. So let us keep that in mind, that whatever we are discussing is applicable to point charges. So this is a point charge. And what is a point charge? We have defined in the first video on Coulomb's law what do we mean by point charges. So these are two things which we should keep in mind about electric field strength. Now let us look at addition of electric field strength. So if we have more than one charges, how will we add the electric field strength? Again, we will use the law of superposition. So let us take an example. Let us say we have a plus q charge over here, and let us say we have a negative charge over here, and we want to find out the electric field strength at a location. So we know that the direction of the electric field will be in this direction and the direction of the field will be in this direction. Let us call this E1 and let us call this E2, and the net electric field at location P, let us call this point P, the EP will be given by E1 plus E2. Of course, the vectorial addition of these two. So this is the law of superposition. So the total, the net electric field at location P will be obtained by vectorially adding these two. So what we will do is we will take, to find out magnitude, we will use kq by r square plus kq by r square, because both are positive charges. To make it more clear, let us take this plus q1 and let us take q2. So I will get over here kq1 and kq2 over here. So this will give me the magnitude, and as far as the direction is concerned, I will use these two vectors. So probably I'll draw them like this. This is vector number 1, this is vector number 2, and this will give me the resultant of this, or let us call this EP, and this is E1 and this is E2. So I have drawn these two electric field strength vectors and I have added them vectorially. I will know the angle between these two vectors, so I can use that to find out the resultant of these two vectors. So to understand it more clearly, let us take an example. So let us say we have two charges at a distance of, let us say, 2 centimeter. We have here a plus 1 microcoulomb charge and here minus 2 microcoulomb charge, and we want to find out, let us say, the magnetic field at the midpoint over here. or let's call this point P. So this is an easy example. This is question number 1 that we are taking, and it's an easy example we have taken. So if I want to find out the magnitude of this E, we know that from the positive charge it will be in this direction, from this negative side it will be towards the negative charge. So the electric field both will be in the same direction. Over here the net electric field will be towards the right. So the magnitude of that will be EP is equal to E1 plus E2. I'm here just simply adding the magnitudes. So it will be K Q1 Q2 KQ. So it will be 1 into 10 raised to minus 6 microcoulomb. The distance is 1 centimeter, so I'll take 10 raised to minus 2 square plus K into 2 into 10 raised to minus 6 divided by 10 raised to minus 2 square. Please note that we will not worry about the sign because we have already taken sign into account when we said that these two forces are acting in this direction. So the direction of the EP is this. So therefore I'm not writing here minus sign. So if I add these two, what do I get? So in this case what I'll get is I can take out K into 10 raised to minus 6 upon 10 raised to minus 4 common, and here I'll get 1, and what will I get over here? Plus 2. So that will give me a value of 3K into 10 raised to minus 2, because 10 raised to minus 6 divided by 10 raised to minus 4 will be 10 raised to minus 2, and this will be equal to, we know the value of K is 9 into 10 raised to 9, 10 raised to minus 2. Let me come over here. So the magnitude of EP will be equal to 9 3 27 into 10 raised to 7 Newton per coulomb, and I can write this as 2.7 into 10 raised to 8 Newton per coulomb. So over here at this particular location, the magnitude of the electric field strength is this 2.7 into 10 raised to 8 Newton per coulomb, and the direction is towards the right. That's how we look at this particular question. Thank you. So that's how electric fields from multiple charges combine, by carefully adding them vectorially using the principle of superposition. So now that you have understood the concept, it's time to apply it. In the next video, we will solve our first numerical on electric fields step by step. This will help you build confidence and avoid common mistakes. If you found this video helpful, do like and share it, and subscribe to Know First Physics, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.